Today we are streaming Clair Obscur playing on the Mac, so this has been my recent obsession, and I'm actually doing a substantial amount of this playthrough on my Mac. And of course, this is like, okay, so start from the beginning. If you haven't heard of Obscur Expedition 33, it's basically a French JRPG that's making all the headlines now. And ever since I live streamed this last week, I've been kind of obsessed with it. I did not intend to get into this game as much as I did, but I thought it'd be fun. Let's live stream a little bit more. So I've been playing this rather obsessively, and I'm in the kind of Act 2 area of the game right now. And I thought it'd just be fun to do some more gameplay. So I'm playing this on my M3 Max MacBook Pro. We're running this at the high preset. Resolution scale is set to half. What I might do is just set this to medium and then set this to, let's say, medium resolution scale. I think that might work out a little bit better. And running at 1080p. And, you know, when you play Windows games on a Mac like this, then it's just going to be, you know, it is a bit of a compromise. So just be aware of that. But, you know, it still manages to look playable enough for me. I know this is an expensive MacBook Pro, but, you know, playing this game on the Mac is you know, amazing. I've got this working on a Steam Deck as well, but the performance I'd say is not really that acceptable. So obviously I have a higher end MacBook Pro which I take around with me. If you saw my latest YouTube post, you'll see that I've got a bunch of I've been playing it in my car, waiting for my for my kids to be picked up. It's a good portable experience. Max, I did get a comment about how, you know, it would have been better to run this on like high-end Windows laptop, but I think that Max running this portably anyway is quite an amazing feat. And, you know, I've had a lot of fun playing this game so far. So yeah, thank you for joining the stream. For Mateo, hi. How's the progress of Last of Us Part 2? I haven't got it running, so I think people have had issues getting it to run lately. So if you have a bulletproof way of getting it running, then please let me know. I've just refunded the game, so I could buy it again and try it again, but let me know if someone has it reliably working. I haven't managed to get it reliably working yet, I'm afraid. So hi, an amazing game that is a game of players not designed for profit only and fill an agenda. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a surprisingly diverse cast in a way. I mean, they're all like white French, but a lot of female members. I'm kind of obsessed with Lune, like the character Lune, and you know, I really like this game. Hi, I have an M1 MacBook Pro. What are the best AAA games I could run? If you look in my YouTube channel, you'll see. If you look at my M1 MacBook Air video, I did a video about like all of the games that can run on an M1 MacBook Air. So if it'll run on an M1 MacBook Air with 8 GB of RAM, then it's going to run on pretty much anything you throw at it. Yeah, for The Last of Us 2 need non-Steam version. Okay, well, you know, The Last of Us Part 1 doesn't run that well either with a memory leak, and I think Part 2 is also going to have a memory leak too, so, you know, just be aware of that. Even if you do get it running, both of those engines, especially Uncharted, they're going to have memory leaks too, so just be aware of that. Okay, good. So, I'm in the Act 2 of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, so we're just going to play through it. I just thought it'd be fun to, you know, play this game a little bit. It's absolutely amazing. There's so much I could rave about this. The acting is really good. The voice acting is really good. The graphics and the design is beautiful. And it's not a AAA game. This is like a double A style game. It fixes so many of the problems that I have with JRPGs in general. Like they solve so many things. Like, for example, itemization. You know, we have these chroma elixirs which do your healings and stuff. In a Final Fantasy game, for example, you'd have 10th item or something like that, which you'd have to collect. It's very cumbersome and annoying. You've got these healing potions. They all replenish whenever you save, so that's like a huge thing. And the other thing as well is the way that the combat works. I really like the interactivity of it when you have to parry and dodge. It makes it makes every single game feel much more every combat much more dynamic, and you're way more invested in it. Okay. The game looks beautiful, but the turn-based combat is just not it for me. I think you should probably try it first before you say you don't want to try it, because this is like this is the most Souls-like combat I've ever played in a turn-based game, so it's rather unique in that respect. Do you know if you can run cracked game on crossover? Yes, you can run them, but obviously I don't support cracked software. The Steam version of this runs fine. It's on discount at the moment, it's minus 10% off, and it's only like $40 or something like that, $37. So it's very much worth supporting games like this going forward, I think. Because the games like this don't really come out that often, especially with this kind of budget, and it looks amazing. I mean, a lot of it is due to the fact that we're using like Unreal Engine 5, and a lot of the technology is kind of baked in, but it's extremely impressive. Okay, so we're just gonna play a bit. I've got about an hour to kill before I need to pick up my daughter, so we're good. You got me interested in the word souls. Yeah, I think there's something about it which makes me feel very invested in the combat in this game. Like one souls-like aspect is like when you use a rest point, all of the enemies will respawn. And then another thing as well is just that. Just move my mouse. The combat, it is turn-based, but there's so much depth to it. It's not just your standard turn-based game. So yeah, I am doing my turn at the moment. A bit reminiscent of Final Fantasy X or something like that. You can see the order of the combat. But then we've got these dodges. I'm not hitting the dodges, right? Which makes you feel way more invested in the actual game itself. Not rather than just being able to do just walk away. Yeah, you can dodge whilst you're you're playing this game basically. And
here we go.
If you're good enough player, just like in a Dark Souls game, you could probably take 0 damage if you knew the every single enemy attack pattern. You could dodge every single attack if you wanted to. But, there's a high skill ceiling to this. I also like how they fixed random encounters as well. You can see the enemies on the kind of the map, and you can engage in combat first. So what I do is you can start with combat first, and then you'll take the first turn instead. So anyway, in this part of the game, I've just been doing a little bit of grinding, just to get used to the new party member that I've got. Just let me know in the chat whether the audio sounds okay. I'm trying to hit my parries. I missed all. I'm not used to doing this while I'm on a treadmill. God, this game is so good. There's something about it which is just really sucking in.
You're outmatched. I got this.
Okay, what I'm going to do is take the frame rate counter off so I can actually see what I'm doing. You can see that it's running on a Mac. That's all fine. Did you upgrade your camera by any chance? So yeah, my webcam is a Sony A4, which is kind of overkill for a webcam, especially because it's only like a 1080p camera. But it looks pretty good, right? It's got there's the natural depth of field to it. And it's a fast camera as well, and it streams nicely with over USB-C. So I'm quite happy with that. So what happens is if you do a rest, right, then all of your elixirs and stuff like replenish, and then all the enemies that I've just fought, they kind of come back to life, which is good for like being able to control how much grinding you do. So I've just leveled up as well. What I'm going to do is increase my agility, and I think I'll increase my luck here. Yeah, the combat system is surprisingly in depth as well, I think, which is really, really cool. So, have any of you guys tried playing this game on your Mac yet, or are you playing it on a different system? It's come out on Xbox Game Pass. You can play it on. What I might do is just turn up the brightness a bit, because it doesn't come that well on screen. Is there a place to turn up the brightness? I might turn it up slightly just for the camera, just for my the stream. No. Let me know in the stream whether the audio sounds okay. Okay, so I'm just working through this part of the game. Yeah, I did hear about the GTA 6 announcement that that they're going to be delayed until next year. So that's it makes it ever more likely that a game like Clair Obscur is going to be Game of the Year. I have a strong feeling that this is like Game of the Year type material. Yeah, because it's really good. I mean, like, this is one of the best games I've ever played. It's kind of crazy how good this game is. Like, I can't really rave about it enough. Just checking, has the stream quality good? Because it's the way that the video itself is streaming. Just gonna check my live at the moment. Let me know in the chat, is the audio okay? How's it sound? Yeah, I think the video quality is pretty good. Yeah, just checking on the stream. This is fine. Let me know if the frame rate looks right, because sometimes when I'm doing the screen mirroring, it doesn't necessarily work that well, so I think it's fine. Turn up the brightness a bit so it looks a bit better on screen. Okay, let's play. So what I'd like to do is start with a marking shot.
Target marked.
Yeah, I've kind of eyeball level for this bit. It's good right now, audio good. Occasionally gets pixelated, but it could be my connection. I'm pretty solid. I've got 0 drop frames, so it shouldn't be. Hopefully, nothing should be dropped at the moment. Okay, I can avoid these guys. Yeah, so I've kind of gone back a bit so I could go to camp, and I'm just gonna. I'm onto this like Act 2 segment at the moment. What's cool is that you can like initiate combat encounters, which is like one of the worst things about JRPGs is the kind of chaotic way that combat starts in the game. Because you'll be walking around and then suddenly you're just being run in combat encounter, which is kind of, it makes sense if you want to grind the level out, but at the same time it's annoying that you don't really know when. There's a parry that attack. Not good at parry. The timing of this is like, there's a lot of fake outs here, right? So the enemy jumps towards you, I parry this one. Yeah, parry this. And when you parry all the attacks in a combo, you can do a counter attack, which is very cool. I like this character Lune as well. The concept behind the mage class in this game is really cool.
Here we go.
I like how, when you do an attack, you still have a feeling of being interactive. The parries are so cool. This is the gravity parry or something like that. This is very smooth no frame setters. What spec is this Mac? This is the MacBook Pro with the M3 Max chip and 40 GPU cores. So it's it's a higher end Mac, I admit. And yes, of course, if you play this on an equivalent Windows computer, then you would get better performance, of course. But this is basically a work, for me anyway, it's like a work computer. And so being able to take advantage of the GPU and play a recent Windows title. No, I didn't parry that. What I'm going to do is heal myself. I'm obsessed with this Lune.
Here we go.
And What's interesting about these animations is that it's very Persona-like, and like the camera angles and the way that the spell items look. But you know, it's just so stylistically interesting. Every time I do an attack, I think I'm really impressed with the actual the production value of this whole thing. Just like, well, I just got ambushed by another enemy behind me, which must have happened during like before my attack. Okay, so let's do a mark attack on this guy. I really feel like this small enemy is quite annoying. So taking them out quickly is important. It's true that really hard to defend against as well, because the parries are really hard to time, especially when I'm trying to multitask on a treadmill at the same time, right? So you also have this free aim ability too, which is very interesting. You can hit like weak points that appear, but then what you can do is use some of your action points to like take off the shield. So when I do an attack now, I can will actually hit, because the shield will actually negate all single hit damage completely.
Target marked.
I'll do it.
It's really hard to dodge. It's like I'm pressing the button on my DualSense control. But I'm just not getting the timing just right. Only one attack, and there's so many like fake outs, right? It's actually very satisfying to learn what the damage, what the actual
Feel the burn.
the timings are. Getting it once you've done a few of these, right? It becomes extremely satisfying just to play. You know, just to learn the attack pattern properly. Trying to parry this one. It's good right now. Audio, video is good. So you just got an M4 Max, literally yesterday upgraded from the M1 Max. Your voice audio is quite low compared to the game, by the way. Missing some what you're saying. Okay, I'll turn down the game audio slightly. I'll turn up my normal audio slightly. Okay, so hopefully this will sound better. Just let me know in the chat whether that sounds okay, because I'll just turn down the audio slightly. Let me know from now whether this sounds good, okay, with the gameplay. Okay, so it sounds like it could be tiresome if you were always trying to do these quick time events at the same time as every time you do an attack, right? Every time you do a special attack, but it's just part of the flow, which is what I really like. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, Zoo Look UK. Well, thanks for commenting on the stream. Are you actually playing any games on your M4 Max yet?
Target marked.
Because like when you first get a MacBook Pro, it's like cool to like any kind of new computer. Always like testing out what games could actually run on it well.
Luna, careful.
The third parry. I'm trying to get the third parry in. Would have done a really cool counterattack. Might just do a heal here. I just love the animations. I don't really getting tired of them yet, and I've only played for about 10 hours or so, 12 hours. But there's something like extremely satisfying about the way that the animations are playing out. All of it looks so stylistically interesting and cool. Every time I look at it, I'm like, this is really cool. I really like all of these animations. Okay, let's just try and progress. Oh, they just fall off. Like, sometimes you just it keeps you on guard a little bit. Like, it doesn't really give super strong directions about where you should be going. I think I've fought this enemy several times now. Oh, just got ambushed behind me. Laser P has been one of my favorites over the last few years. Also, BT3's new patch has fixed the stuttering. Yeah, so I've read, I think Mr. Macroy just did a video on it, which is cool, so I don't have to make a video on it either. You don't have to use the renice command anymore, which is nice, in order to get performance. So in some areas, especially CPU ban areas in Baldur's Gate 3, don't have like that massive stuttering issue anymore. Some places are even double frame rate.
Bring it on.
Third parry? Ah, too early. See, it really like fakes you out. The animations make you really think that, you know, something is they're gonna do an attack, and they also don't have consistent attacks here. So each character has got like maybe each enemy has got maybe 3 different attack patterns, which is you know, what it does, like, thankfully, is that it does tell you which attack it's going to do, which is a saving grace, I suppose. Okay, where am I supposed to go? So I came from here, came from that gate, which I opened, and then I need to go, and then I went up here for the flag, and then there's this, I think there's this these steps which I went up to the next area, and then okay, there's more steps, and then did I come here before? Get a bit confused. I mean, one thing that I don't like about this game is the levels are very expansive. So I feel like I did this already. So the levels are quite expansive, and there isn't a map for this level. Like, I'm pretty sure I already killed this guy before. It's okay, because I don't mind, like, gaining a few levels, increasing my stats a little bit, because some of these bosses are, like, really brutal. So some of these bosses, right, they just give me, like, sweats, right? One game that doesn't work on the M4 Max that did work on the M1 Max is Zero Dawn Remastered, gives an F16 error on M4 Max, but not M. Have you upgraded your M4 Max to the latest version of macOS Sequoia? Because that's going to make a big difference. Because the 15.4.1, I should really make a video about that in the future, but that's the thing which makes the difference. Okay, so that is a circle, so I'm going in a circle that way. If I go right, so I should probably go left instead, because it looks like there's a battlefield here. What just happened? Oh, okay, there's like some chroma, which I probably need to get. Let's do this.
Let's carve a path.
Let's kill this guy. I'm powerful enough to kill that guy in like nearly one hit. Still never effects. Yeah, I managed to kill that guy in one hit.
Here's your card.
Yes, 15 point. You need to use the advertise AVX feature in macOS Sequoia. So that's something that you need to do in order for those games to be recognized correctly. So if you are opening up Steam, you need to be using the additional command and also advertise AVX. I'm still getting used to this guy's Verso, which is a new character in
Ready to evade.
Act 2. Didn't get that right. That attack is called Gravity something. It's very brutal. If you fail that,
I told you.
whew, character died. We'll give her back to life.
I won't waste
Even
this.
the animations for like that is cool. The kind of risk reward system for this game where you need to try and parry is such a big part of this game, right, which I really like. If you parry, not only do you obviously avoid all damage that can be taken, but you also gain action points, which make you much more powerful when it comes back to your turn. And you can also counterattack too, so it's extremely not overpowered, but it's very powerful. Follow the same with both machines. Still no bones on Info Max. Set up as a new machine. Maybe there's something I didn't install. That's a bit odd. I haven't seen that occur myself yet. So.
Target marked.
Take cover.
No.
Oh well. CL incoming.
See, when you take damage in this game, it's brutal. Like, my character went from like full health almost down to nothing very quickly.
I die, so be it. Here's your card.
So, not being able to parry is like huge. But one thing cool about Verso is that this ability, X, right, deals medium physical damage 3 hits, deals more damage with less health Verso has. So Verso has a lot of health in this game. And now that I've got less than half of my health, right, you do a lot more damage with lower health. Brutal, like completely brutal, one-hit death, pretty much, for missing that particular parry.
Let's carve a path.
Berserker Slash. Quite powerful. It's a native or crossover, so this is crossover. So if you want to like find out how to play Clair Obscur, then I've made a full tutorial on this in the description. Yeah. So what I like about this game for the JRPG conventions is the fact that you don't have to deal with items, right? Items are such a, nonsense, boring part of the game. But like stuff like this, right? The chroma elixirs, the health, the AP, and the revive stuff, like Phoenix Downs or something. They're not items that you buy. They're just things that automatically renew as soon as you play the game. Am I back at the beginning again? Yeah, this is where I came in. This is where I came in at the start of the stream. It's a bit confusing. There's one thing I don't like about this is the fact that it's really easy to get lost in these giant maps, and it's not 100% clear where to go. So here I've gone through this. I've gone up there, and I've come back through there. And so is there another part, maybe on the left here, which I've missed? I'll have a look here. Kill this guy again.
Let's carve a path.
And then, the more I play this, the more powerful I get. So these enemies are getting a bit easier.
Careful, Verso.
I find this guy so hard to dodge. See, those two attacks, right, took half the health off my character.
Let's carve
Which
a
is,
path.
there's a lot of risk reward in this. Yeah. Have I tried Microsoft Flight Simulator? Unfortunately, that game doesn't work through crossover or anything like that, I'm afraid. So, unfortunately, I'm not able to test that. The nearest thing we've got is X-Plane as a flight simulator game. So, I hate these dudes. 3 of them. I'm one-shotting them these days, which is good.
Ready.
that mortal hit requires a different kind of. If I don't hit that properly, then it's brutal.
Earth rise.
Okay.
You're outmatched.
Let's try berserk slashing this dude. So one skill I haven't tried yet is Typhoon. So it consumes the stains that are created. The 2 green stains are like earth stains. But there's a lot of like combination here. There's like it does high ice damage, but it also heals allies every turn. But I need 8 AP for that to work. So it's never gonna happen in a normal game. A normal like combat like this. More for like bosses, I think. Okay, let's try going down this trench and seeing where we'll get to. The other parts of this I've seen quite a lot of already. Okay, so this is a dead end. So where do I have to go? This is the worst part of this game, I think, is that the maps, they're beautiful, right? And they contain all of these enemies and, you know, level design, which is very, very interesting. But at the same time, it's... Okay, I haven't been here yet. Let's fight this guy. But it's easy to get lost.
I'll manage. Target marked.
So doing like these fire attacks, right? And then
Here's your card.
I've got it set up so that I did my dodge too early. God, my character's in dead.
I'll do it.
See, when you parry both, right, you gain... Oh, see, I've got enough skills to do the Typhoon now.
Eternity.
I've never done this attack before because I've never had enough AP for it. That's the Seal Fate. That consumes the card resource, that the Foretell resource. Very powerful. Once you've got this all set up.
Target marked.
So Robocop, yeah. So Robocop is a game that, well, the native Mac port just came out, and I haven't really covered it because it just looks really boring to me. I don't know about you, but in terms of like viewer count, like player count, it's extremely low, and it reflects in the the videos that like Mr. Macwright's done already. So that's why I'm not particularly interested in covering it. I'll have to look at it at some point in the future, but it's not on my priority list at all at the moment. Okay, I was making some progress here. I'm actually going to carve another one down now. And what I like to do on stream is like play one of the bosses, because the bosses are like insane in this game. Okay.
Here's your card. I'll do it.
Bosses though. I still haven't learned all the. Now I've played this a lot already, and I still haven't learned this section's dodges and attacks yet.
Doing in.
Okay, let's finish this guy off.
Your fate is sealed.
Right, cool. Would you say this game you enjoy the most that works natively on Mac Metal? So it works bare metal in the sense that we have no cloud streaming. This is like one of the few games that I've been excited about for a really long time. Like, obviously, I test games a lot, basically as a living, right? So I play a lot of games, and I fully intended to refund this game off, within playing for 2 hours. But there's something like really hooked me in this, which is extremely good production value. Like, what the storyline's really good. Like the story of this game is so good. I can't really stop raving about this because it's such a good game.
Target marked.
There's something really addictive about it. Like often when you play games like this, right, it's often the storyline's really good, but the combat's meh, or the acting's bad, or something like that. But this has got everything is working together. Oh, my character's almost dead. Just like the poses for all the characters are so detailed and cool. Like I just love how Luna's like posing here as the mage character in the game, and CL's like really cool too. So I'm gonna heal her. Yeah, even heals have interactive quick time events they have to do. Okay, fix the F16C issue with HDD remastered by reinstalling Rosetta from the command line software. Yeah, I'm surprised that you could even run crossover without Rosetta installed, so nothing will really work without Rosetta installed. Normally, that's something that gets automatically installed as soon as you run an x86 64-bit application, so I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
Let us stain them.
Let's do attack, take up the shield. This should finish up.
Careful now.
Character's almost dead now. Yeah. Which am I running? I'm on the this is a MacBook Pro M3 Max chip. So just get the stats screen up again so you can see. That's my metal HUD. And it's the 40 GPU core version, the one that I always use. It's my main Mac at the moment. Let's just drink a bit. It was installed, but yeah, every time you do an update, it will reinstall Rosetta. So that's the thing you have to watch out for.
Oh,
Sweet.
lovely.
Sweet kill. Oh, okay. That's a new Picto. So a Picto is like one of these, I guess, abilities that you can, kind of, it's a bit like materia. It doesn't grant you spells, but grants you passive stats. Okay, so I'm going to swap this with the one I just got. Which is the one? Sweet kill. Let's try this. Okay, so I came up here. So I'm surprised there's no thing to do up here, because I'm at the end of this route. And I've been down there. One thing that's a bit confusing is like, what are you supposed to do here? Because the maps are quite large, so you've seen already. And one bad thing is the weird floaty platforming type thing. God, these are all like bodies of our previous expeditions. It's crazy. Like literally mountains. I think that what's interesting about this game is that the tone is quite sad. If you ever played Final Fantasy X, right, it has a kind of similar vibe to that. Okay, where am I supposed to go? That's where I just came from. It's a beautifully kind of tragic game. There's a lot of loss, a sense of loss, which you don't really feel in a lot of other RPG genres in the same way. Okay, I'm a bit lost at the moment, so if anyone's played this game before, then I'm a bit confused about where I'm supposed to go. So I thought this was the way out. but I'll just backtrack a little bit because I hadn't been here before. Yeah, so I might have to pick this up. I have the M3, 30 core M3 Max. Yeah, that's a really good machine, I think. Okay, so I came here earlier. This was like this trench area. What did these steps go to? I think I was here earlier. I do not like being lost in this game. But that's one thing that does frustrate me a little bit. Is just how easy it is to get lost. Also, as well, like you can like drop down here, and then I've kind of lost the sense of which you're meant to make a progression. So okay, let's run around a bit. Warts and all, this game. So this is the main battlefield. That was the whole entire left section, which I just covered, I think. And I think I've done the right-hand section too. So I've done this bit as well. Let me try this part. I think I can drop down here. And I've gone through here before too. Let's kill them. All the lamps I've ever lost. What lamps? Okay, I'll try that in a second. I like those buffs for those friends. Great encounters, instant kill, I suppose.
Here's your card. Feel the burn.
Target marked.
All the lamps have lost. Okay, lamps. What lamps? So we opened up this gate using this switch earlier, and it goes through here. Oh, I didn't pick up. There's so much stuff I didn't pick up from earlier. The chroma, which is like the in-game currency. And then, in theory, it should lead you up this path here, but this is like where I came from earlier, so this is the big. This is where I was at the beginning of the stream. Okay. I'm supposed to be going towards the Paintress, right? Where the big 33 is, which is yeah, the yellow lamps. What yellow lamps? I kill all the enemies first, then I forgot what lamps I'm supposed to cover next.
Target marked.
Earth rise. Zoom in.
Kill this guy first.
It's locked on you.
3 in a row I managed to miss completely.
Ready? You're fit to see.
Okay. The yellow lamps. What's a yellow lamp? Is this a yellow lamp in this situation? The fires? There's the torches. So this is like, this normally indicates something. Like a flag. Right, it's like a save point. And then yeah, IGN says that if you're lost, then you need to follow the yellow lamps. See, we can go up here. Can you climb up this? This is not something you can climb up. So it's a bit, the platforming is a little bit inconsistent here. It's not really a platforming. Okay. Lamp, torch, tomato, tomato. Exactly. Just flung to my death there. So there's this climbing bit, which I've done before. And then... What a blurry mess. I don't consider this a blurry mess at all. I think it looks really good, actually. We're only on, what are we on? I guess I am running this at scaling. I could run this at a higher scaling, I guess. Be less blurry. It's a beautiful looking game. What's down here? I can't, you see, you can't even jump down there because there's nowhere to land. I've killed those dudes before, and there's a dude up there. I've got the reward, and then what you do is you come down here, you open the gate. I could just keep running around here and just getting more and more powerful. I've come here before. This is embarrassing. As a person who games a lot, I'm somehow managed to get lost in this this world, but I have managed to pick up everything. So I might have to just look up what I'm supposed to be doing. So let me just see. Act 2. Just see where I'm supposed to go. So on the forgotten battlefield, how am I supposed to get through? Forgotten battlefield. You haven't got this far. So you see, use a nearby cannon as a bridge to climb down and proceed. What? There's a cannon up here. Let me just go back and have a look. Why are you moving? I'm walking on a treadmill and I stream at the same time. So if you ever watched any of my streams before, this is what I do. I basically stream and play games at the same time so I can keep up my exercise regime. So that's what I do. Okay, cool. So let's see if I can find this guy.
Here's your card.
Let's carve a path.
Easy. The treadmill powers electricity that powers MacBook is totally green energy. Yeah, I wish they were connected in some way. Although I am getting solar panels installed at some point. So hopefully that will change the equation on some things. Okay, let me just look this up because I don't want to kind of getting a bit boring trying to go through over and over again. Bear with me a moment. Okay, I'm just looking at what I'm supposed to go next because it is confusing. I think I'm supposed to go down this trench. There's supposed to be like a trench area. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm just gonna figure this out. So. Yeah, fire's pretty OP, but what I found is that with Lune anyway, there's other ways to build the character too. It's not just fire, because fire is pretty good, but you have to keep the damage every time fire you have to keep it going. And you can spec into fire quite heavily, but just see. Okay. I'm gonna regroup around this area. See if I can find something familiar around here. I feel like I've been here before. Do you think Crossover will ever support easy anti-cheat? I mean, it already supports easy anti-cheat, but only if developers allow the flag to be enabled for Wine, macOS, to run that particular game. So it's not really crossover's responsibility. I know that's a bit of cop out in terms of like what that means exactly. But yeah, it's really, you know, if the developers don't support crossover, then it's not really crossover's, you know, responsibility to get that to work. Afraid that's what browser do I mostly use? I usually use I use all of them: Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. Obviously, Chrome is like a massive battery drain, so it can be quite frustrating to use it, even though it's like the most well supported. Also, Firefox has the best ad blocking because uBlock Origin doesn't really work on Chrome anymore, so it's kind of like your only option. I don't understand why I can't get out of this area. Because there's a flag up here for... This is Expedition 41 flag. Oh, that's for Expedition 41. Oh, bloody hell. It's a not very well signpost thing that you can come down that thing. Okay, so that's... We're finally making some progress. Have to kill this dude. There's a... Any news about Asahi Linux and Proton? I haven't really looked much into Asahi Linux recently, but I've been hearing good things about implementation of Proton. No like major milestones have been hit yet, but it still remains a good project, I think. Oh, characters died already. So even with these monsters, which I've killed like dozens of times already in this stream, right? It's still something like I die to because I can't avoid those hits.
Here we go.
I'll do it.
Keep dying.
You're outmatched. I've got this.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, hello Andrew, what's going on today? Well, I'm playing some Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, and what I'm gonna have to do is do a rest now. So yeah, this is like a really exciting game. I know it does not explain to you that you can go past this bit. Let's rest. And let's do some upgrades. Because I've leveled up quite a lot since I started playing this. Let's level up her critical hits, because the critical hits do a lot in this game. So going to 45% is a pretty big deal. And here, having more health is really good too, because I can take more damage. And then that gets returned to me in offensive ability. Can I learn some new skills as well? Let's see what we've got here. We've got... No, it's not enough skill points. Didn't really make a difference yet. I think I'll have a play around with this a little bit later. I want to get to the next section. It is a hot day in the UK right now. It's like summer. What happens when Apple stops supporting Intel x86? You may leave. I have an interest in speaking to you. Okay. Mysterious. Yeah, so I did a whole video about what will happen with Rosetta, and you know it's a bit mysterious because Apple have deprecated Rosetta before, the first iteration of
Anyway.
Rosetta.
Expedition Wolf 41. My bag's getting weighed down from all my kills. Maybe I need to pick smaller trophies. Estelle bagged 7 of those armoured nevs. So I gotta get at least 8 in this.
Perfect.
Can you please show your graphics settings? We'd like to know what you have set up. Yeah, I'll show it now actually. So I'm playing at oh, did they just change it to Spanish? Okay. I'm playing at 1080p with the medium preset with scaling set to high, so it's minimal upscaling.
Here's your card.
Okay, I saw your recent post on Mac and you were telling something about your boys' classes. My son's doing orchestra, so he recently did his grade 7 clarinet and he joined an orchestra. So I take him to orchestra and then this time I was like waiting for him. A couple of hours to kill. I could go home, but it's a good opportunity for me to play some games. Yeah, so he plays in an orchestra, which is really cool. Which he kind of likes, but sometimes he tells me he doesn't like it. Sometimes he says he's a bit scared of coming in at the wrong time, which is like, I think it's a big deal. That gravity, the gradient counter is so cool. Even though it's like a new thing to learn in Act 2.
I'll do it.
Yeah, so my son plays in an orchestra, which is, you know, it was really hard to convince him to do it. What the hell? It's one of these fire guys. Never played one of these before. Chromatic luster.
My turn. Target locked.
What?
If I die, so be it.
Oh my god, we're all on fire.
A storm is coming.
It's not good. It's not good.
Danger!
Oh god, I'm dead.
I'm ready.
Oh my god. Team wipe. God, that's brutal. Oh no, my last character, Mael, is not going to do well on this. Dodge that attack. Oh my god. Oof. Yeah, agility is like speed basically. So on the left of the screen you can see like all of the different the order that takes place. Oh my god, that was brutal. I think that's a mini boss. That was brutal.
Nice.
Okay, if I can defeat this boss before this finishes, then I'll be happy.
Ready to strike. Not impressed.
Oh my god.
Swiftly now.
I need to heal my character. She's burning. I need to heal. I need my Typhoon going.
Ready to strike.
almost died there. So what's good about this guy is that he has a Berserk Slash, which deals damage based on how much health you've lost. So we're hitting that damage cap.
Not impressed.
Oh my god. Brutal. 4 attacks instead of 3. God, that's killer.
Your number yet.
Oh my god, he healed. Okay, I need to do another Berserk Slash. I'll do the Berserk Slash again.
I got this.
Okay, so I need to wait for a Typhoon to hit, so I'm gonna heal up.
Bring it on.
See, when you do a parry for that area effect attack, then that is very effective because we all do a team counter.
Here's your card.
Oof. This is so stressful. Can I finish it with one more Berserk Strike? Oh my god. Andrew, it's similar to Genshin Impact, but a lot more intense gameplay and more graphics heavy. It is completely different. This is nothing like Genshin Impact in any way. It's firstly, Genshin Impact is real time. The gameplay is fuzzy, it's not punishing at all. I to be honest, I haven't played much. God, that was tough. It's just a mini boss just in the corner. God, that was really hard. This is nothing like Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is a gacha-based RPG type game. This is a proper strategy game with a lot of depth to it. There's no microtransactions, there's no BS.
Nice.
Okay, so this was here. These trenches are... trenches are brutal.
Interesting.
So we went down that left route. There's this lady, mysterious lady here.
Looks like we passed the danger zone. And no sign of your special Nevron.
Oh, I guess we're lucky.
This looks like an area. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to make some progress because...
Expedition 57, Carla. These siege engines seemed much more powerful in Lumiere. But on this battlefield...
Can you explain the story of the
next to all
game
these
in
broken
short? So the
bodies,
story is that
staring at the true size of the
you
monolith,
play
I feel despair.
in this kind of
I dare not show my true feelings. As
a
commander,
world
I
which has
cannot
gone through
yield
this
to fear, but
this Parisian
I can't
world
help but wonder.
which has gone through this kind of like apocalyptic event where Paris has basically been shattered into an island, and then what happens is that the paintress comes and she paints a number counting down from 100, and basically everyone who is 100 years old gets snapped into the gomage, and basically every year she paints a new number, like in descending order, so it goes 99, 98, 97, etc. And then every time she paints a number, people form an expedition to try to kill the paintress. And we're on expedition 33. Every other expedition has failed so far. So that's the story, right? It's a really good story. Like the way that if you play this game, right? If let's say At the very least, right, what you should do is play this as a on Xbox Game Pass. It's absolutely like incredible deal if you think about. Oh, this is gestural. Ooh, we can trade. Oh, a new weapon. Inverted affinity. Apply inverted on. Let's fight the merchant. You can't really play this on a MacBook Air. So the thing to be aware of is that I've got my metal herder on at the moment. So on the top right hand side of the screen, it's showing that we're using 26 gigabytes of memory. So 8 gigabytes of that is video memory. And you know, we are running this at basically high settings. And so you will use less memory if you're running at lower settings, but it basically requires 24 gigabytes of memory because you have to have video memory and you have to have system macOS memory too. So yeah, you're not going to be able to play this on your MacBook Air unless you have 24 gigabytes of memory, which I don't think any of the M1 generation of MacBook Airs can do. Okay, we're going to fight the merchant, which is really cool. I want to use Verso to do it. I think Verso is my most powerful character at the moment. Yeah, when you fight the merchant, you get some abilities, which are
Marked.
you get extra items, I think.
Here we go. Not impressed.
It's so creative. Like the character designs are amazing. Like even these guys, right? They're so cool, and they're just like
Oh well.
the equivalent of like chocobos in this game, you know. Well, that's a lot. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to play it. It's sad, yeah. I mean, you can play this streaming. So I've got these already. There's an Obscur. Chroma. These chroma catalysts are for upgrading weapons. They're quite important, so I think I might get through these. Okay, this is pretty good. I think getting a PlayStation in combination with a Mac is probably the best thing if you want a game. I mean, yes, or if you like this game a lot, then if you want to play this game, this does work on a high-end Mac. So if you're running this on a, I would say anything M1 Pro, M2 Pro or above, then with 24 gigabytes of memory and above, then you're going to be able to play this game on your Mac with crossover with the tutorial that I've left in the description. It will work. But yeah, it's not a light game. I mean, I played this on the Steam Deck as well. I tried to run this on the Steam Deck, and performance is bad. You know, 25 to 30. If you're using like an experimental version of Proton, it'll kind of work. But you want to be using like a higher end chip, otherwise you're just basically going to have a bad time. Just backtracking here, just to make sure I haven't missed anything. What on earth is this? It's like this puzzle where you have to like just shoot all of the things. They're kind of hidden around the area. Oh, there's some areas. There's parts of this I haven't actually gone to yet because I need to go on this bridge thing. How do I get on this bridge thing? I'm gonna make sure I get everything before I fight whatever's next. Oh, there's little hidden parts here, which rewards exploration, I'd say. Oh, we're getting attacked here. Okay, this is probably my last battle. Whilst I oof, still reacting to. I would love to see a new video. But
No, never. Let us stain them.
the thing is, I've done so many M1 videos. I've done literally hundreds of videos about the game performance on the M1 MacBook Air. And
Here we go.
Careful now.
I'm not good at dodging these gravity, these finding it hard to fight these guys.
You can do better.
Let's revive. Can't do rebirth here.
The expedition's not over.
I guess I could do a video about games playable on M1 MacBook Air, but it doesn't really change the list that much because not that many new games are playable. Certainly, hardly any games from 2025 are playable.
I think I'll improvise. I've got this.
Okay, so once I've taken some damage, I can easily do 999 damage on these guys, right? Okay, so I know where to go now, but I really would like to backtrack just to find those bits before I do whatever massive boss that comes up next. Anyway, I've got to go pick up my daughter from school now. So thank you very much for watching the stream. I'm gonna do another Clair Obscur stream because I'm kind of obsessed with playing this game. So if you want to stay tuned, I might want to do one later today and make some more progress in this game. So thank you for joining me today. Maybe I'll come back online in a couple of hours. Who knows? All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.